Hello everyone, this is Jesse and welcome back to my channel. Um, Last videos, I was talking about when I was younger and how I went to Japan and what was my first travel, all those things. So when I went to army, it was 2008, 29th of January. It was a very cold day. In Korea, when you turn 20, you get a mail that's saying that you have to come here, come this address, and then this time, this date, and then you're gonna be joining the army. That's just for like soldier, and then for any other things like Navy, Air Force, you have to apply for those ones, and yeah, and also including Marine. So I was kind of thinking that well, everyone go to army. They just go because they have to go. I didn't want to be one of them at the time. Somehow I felt that way. So my friends, they started to go to the army. And I was kind of late because normally people join the army after a year. But because I went to exchange student in Japan, so and then I came back and had a girlfriend, and I was saving up some money to travel to Japan. I was kind of late, but I just didn't want to go to soldier. So Air Force and Marine, no, Air Force and Navy is kind of slightly longer than soldier, which is 2 year plus 2 months or 6 months. And then I didn't want to stay like any longer than soldier, and I just didn't want to go to soldier. So I found out kind of Marine is good for me, and I applied. I did like physical ability test, and I made it. So that's how I joined the army. At the beginning for a year, so every case different, and for me it was also different, and I spent quite hard time the first year because I was junior. Well, I'm not too sure. It's all about rank, but I don't know about the name of the rank. So there are four different ranks, and I was the first one, and for 6 months, and another one for another 5 months or 6 months, and basically that was the hardest time when I was in army, because I gotta do what I was told, and I gotta take care of basically the bottom line. I was at the bottom, so I gotta do whatever they asked me to do. Once I remember I did laundry for my senior, and I lost one sock out of one pair, and I had to run like throughout the whole building. No, the thing is it was very small building, but I had to just keep go round and round and round just to pretend that I'm looking for it until he said stop. He knew it that I'm doing like I'm pretending, but he's just letting me do, because that's people in the Marine think that's you should do, that's what you do, that's how you learn how to be submissive, how to follow the rule, all this kind of crap. Anyway, for 1 year I was very hard. I can't do exercising because Of course I can do it, but I'll be told not to do it, and I'll be beaten up or something like that. It's you just can't do it. And then for after a year, you can start push-ups, which is very funny. I don't know who decided that, but you can do push-ups and then chin up, basically without any equipment. And then yeah, that was the time that I started to read a book. So I had a year to until I finished the army. So I had a plan that I'm gonna read 100 books for a year. I did quite well. I did read quite well, and I was not cheating. But at the end, I read this like kind of small books. But anyway, I finished it, and I read that all 100 books. I don't even remember what I read, but I think I kind of like gave me some motivation, inspiration, and made me improve a little more. And yeah, I remember the last 1 year I was kind of happy that I was not at the bottom. I didn't have to do all the bad work. I mean, all the shitty works. Like cleaning, like laundry, all those things. Anyway, yeah, I made a good friend there, so I was like very happy. To be honest, I was really happy. And then I finished it, and I was discharged in 2010. Yeah, it was solid 2 years. Anyway, so after I came out from the army, and I started to do some part time because I had a plan. Every single person had a plan. I bought 3 things. I bought a camera, which was a film camera, Minolta X700, and the other one was a guitar, because I started to play when I was in army, and the third one is the small bike, the motorbike, but it was like more like really small one, so it was a 50cc. They call moped. It's like it has a pedal like a normal cycle, but it's it's a bike, motorbike. So I put gasoline, like petrol in. So anyway, I bought 3 things, and I started to do part-time job. I don't really recall why I did it, but and around that time, my oh, there was actually a funny thing. Not funny, but there was a thing. Around at the end of the army, I kind of wanted to go to church. Then I went to church. The day I remember the very breathing and very warm. It was such a lovely day, and I was like, "Oh, this is good. This feels good. This feels right thing to do." And I thought that I should go to church if I go out. So I started to go to church with my mom. She is a very spiritual person. She always asks me to go to church. I was kind of stressed, but this time I was kind of different. I was going voluntarily. I was let's go. Why not? I remember I was very happy. And then in my church, the church had a kind of overseas volunteer program that they send people, like youth basically, around early 20s. They send people to overseas and do volunteering. Half of the, no, 1/3 is kind of volunteering actually. You do bit of work things, but and majority of the things we do was preparing like seminar, Bible seminar, or crusade, or we held a big event. I prepare for that, and then go to very countryside and then preach. So all those kind of things. At that time, I didn't speak English at all. I learned, of course, when I was in high school, middle school, but nobody studying. Nobody studied English. No, I can't say nobody, but I didn't study English at all. So basically, I had no idea. But I just wanted to go to India. I'm kind of like messing up all the stories actually. Yeah. Basically, when you apply for the overseas volunteer program, there are so many options you can apply. There are literally, my church was kind of really big, so I can apply like many different places. I could have applied for US or UK or those European countries, or like even South America, all those things, all those places. When I was in high school, I read a book about India, and I fell in love with that book. I didn't know what reality was, but I kind of loved it, and I always had that that thing in mind that I want to go to India. So when I came to apply for this volunteer place, I put my first priority India. So somehow I got it. There were a lot of applicants, but I got it, and that's how I went to India. And then life in India was crazy. Maybe I should talk about this later. I talked about things that I thought it's not gonna be that long, but it's already quite long. So I think this is it for today. Thank you very much, everyone. Hope you have a good day, and be safe from the coronavirus, and thank you.